Video budgets can vary massively from project to project. What you might think costs $5,000 might actually cost $50,000. And the best way to break this down is by understanding what the process is behind video production and knowing what the main variables are that affect the price. So starting off, let's talk about the 3 stages of video production. First, you have your pre-production, then your production, and then your post-production. Essentially, that's the scripting and the preparation, the logistics, the scheduling, and then the filming itself, and then the editing and delivery. So during the pre-production process, a cheaper pre-production process, you could think of as just kind of figuring out the scheduled date and saying, we're gonna run and gun with the camera, go there, figure it out, and see what works well. Now, as an amateur videographer, this might work, or as a smaller business, this might be all you need. But when you're looking at a higher level of video production, this is a stage where you have the chance to build a strategic plan and look at the objectives that you want to achieve with this video so you can create result-oriented success. This is the stage where you use scripting, professional copywriting, market research, and all the other tools that you have at hand to make sure that your video campaign is actually worth the investment. Now, when it comes to production, there's a lot more factors that can affect the price. The 3 that I want to mention today are the gear that's used, so the cameras, the mics, the lighting equipment, etc., the number of filming days that there are, this is actual time, and then the labor required, so the amount of people that need to be on set. These are the 3 biggest factors that affect the price because, of course, as a production company, we have our payroll to pay the people on set. We have the equipment cost and insurance to bring out expensive equipment and sometimes even rent equipment if it's a specialized project. And then we need to know how many days are we actually going to be there and how much of our time we're going to devote to the filming. So during this part of the process, it's really important to have this all figured out during the pre-production so you know that when you get to the filming date, you can do all of this as efficiently as possible. So to give you an example, let's say you want to produce a video and your budget is $20,000. So what you can expect for $20,000 from a video production company like ours, we'll have 4 to 6 people on set and we'll be able to film for about 2 to 4 days, depending on the content we need to capture, how long we're there each day, and what the overall video demands. Now, once again, this can vary heavily from video to video. Now, if you wanted to film the same exact video and say, hey, my budget's really low, we would figure out how to get something pulled together with just probably 2 people minimum on set. We could do it for $10,000 and then we would maybe only get 1 or 2 days of shooting in with a little bit cheaper equipment. And of course, all this would reflect in the final video, but this is just how we match your budget. And this is why it's so crucial to know exactly what you're looking for. Now, on the opposite end, if you have a higher budget and you say, hey, we have $40,000 to $50,000 to spend on this video, we're gonna say, okay, cool. We're gonna get a makeup artist, we're gonna get a camera operator, a second camera, we're gonna get a gaffer, we're gonna get a sound artist, we're gonna get a custom music library made for the video. We're gonna have probably between 8 to 10, maybe even 12 people on set. We'll be able to shoot for probably about a week. We'll be able to get all the footage we need. We'll be able to rent cinema level cameras and lenses and other equipment. And you'll be able to have what you might consider a Super Bowl level of quality in your ad. Now, the post-production is the last part of the process, and this part is actually very predictable once you do your due diligence during the pre-production and during the production. You'll know exactly what the workload is of what you want, and as long as the deliverables of the final project don't change, you'll know how long is it gonna take to get this stuff over and fix any problems along the way. So we always factor in about 10 to 20% of what we like to call issue time, and that's when problems come up, unexpected revisions come in. But this part of the process is just kind of billed at a day rate. So this is where we look at, okay, how long is it gonna take to edit this? How much do we pay our editors? And then just what's that investment overall laid out over the timeline of the project. So by the time you get to this part of the process, you should already know if any of your overage budget's gonna use or how much you should be spending. So to give you a final answer on how much you should budget for your project, I know I've been a little vague with the numbers here, but I would say if you're looking to have what you might consider a good quality YouTube ad, I would say $5,000 to $7,000 on the low end, probably 15 to 20 on the higher end, and then save the rest of your money for ad spend. If you're looking for a TV spot or an ad to be used as a commercial that's cut up into multiple different parts, something produced in a studio like ours here in Falls Church, Virginia, or anything of the sort, you might want to move up to that $15,000 to $25,000 range. Now, if you want to go even further than that and say, I want to make a full video campaign, we're going to have multiple ad sets, multiple different cuts and takes of the same thing. We're going to have costumes, we're going to have actors, we're going to have everything come in. this is where you're looking at the $30,000 plus, and there's absolutely no limit to this. You can come and say, we want to make a $250,000 commercial, and we'd say, okay, cool. Get the camera cranes, get the trucks, get the crew. We're gonna go absolutely ballistic on this video. So I really hope this helped. I know I was keeping the numbers vague, but honestly, the best way to know exactly what you should budget is getting together with your team and think about what this video is worth to you. For example, if you're a home builder and every home you sell, you make around a 10 to 15% margin on, and you sold your last home for $1 million, let's say your profit margin was $150,000, right? So if each new video can bring in only one new client over the next 20 years that you use this video, you can say, well, that video was worth at least $150,000. So I would say use probably between 20 and 30% of that expected value. And then you're not only in a safe place to say, okay, this is something we're gonna be able to comfortably spend on this video investment, but you'll also be able to know that this video is gonna bring you a profit and it's not gonna let you down. And with the strategy, market research, and just optimized performance that we use here at Nonagon Productions, you can be confident that your video campaign will perform well with us. And if you have any further questions about this or skepticism, I encourage you, book a call, we'll talk, and we'll be able to work through all of your problems and decide if video is right for you.